Hello, my name is Aminur Rahman and I'm going to present risk appraisal and consideration of the cyber attack on UK Ministry of Defence Academy. The Defence Academy of the United Kingdom is a part of the Ministry of Defence. The purpose is to develop the intellectual age needed for success on the operation and leadership in government. The academy founded in Shivernham back in 2002. The Defence Academy of the United Kingdom provides higher education for personnel in the British Armed Force, civil service, other government departments, and service professionals from other nations. The Defence Academy continues to evolve to sharpen the intellectual age of the people to face the challenge of the modern battlefield. Education and training at Defence Cyber School is designed to develop talent, support cyber professionalism, and improve UK's cyber resilience, defense, security, government, and many more. There is a cyber attack in this academy on last year March. The hack impacted Academy's IT network infrastructure, data center, IT hardware, including defense equipment simulation, internal and external website, and backup system, which is managed by Sarco, an outsourcing company. The cyber attack had impact on the academy, and they are like gray zone style cyber attack, IT problem that is having dispute with access some of the labs and defense simulation computers. Also impact the academic network where teachers and students are impacted. They couldn't access their online stuff with effect daily activities. IT infrastructure, internal network penetration, and some significant servers were unreachable. Online domain, both internal and external server, are not responding at all because of that cyber attack. Sophisticated and manageable hack. And lastly, vulnerability for a ransom attack, which is firstly the team think of a ransom attack, but later there are no such record. In the potential mitigation aspect, at that point, alarm bells rang and monitoring team engaged blue team. As soon as they notify, they start dive in and see what's going on. The academy got alert that it might have been targeted by a hostile state in a gray zone style cyber attack. However, not all parts of MOD, which is Ministry of Defense, seems as quick to appreciate, perhaps initially wondering instead of whether it is just an IT problem. However, no particularly sensitive information is not to be stored on the academic network. Teachers and students are impacted because of the IT infrastructure, the equipment of the online domain for academy that had no examined and then ultimately rebuilt, and the task yet to be finished. The blue team took swift action and there was no impact on the wider Ministry of Defense IT network. Teaching at the Defense Academy has continued. Information Security Management System (ISMS) are a collection of rules, procedure, guidelines, and related activities that an organization's managers will use to safeguard its information assets. It's an approach to information security that involves creating, implementing, monitoring, maintaining, and upgrading an organization's security in order to meet institute objectives. It's based on a risk assessment and the amount of risk health provides by the institute. The following key concepts help to ensure that an ISMS is implemented successfully. Those are like awareness of the need for information security, assessment of responsibility, incorporating management and the interest of the stakeholders, risk assessments, embedding cybersecurity, active preventing and detection of incidents, continual reassessment of information security. The purpose of risk management is not to chase the unattainable goal of perfectly secure system and a risk-free business. It is to make sure that you have thought about what can go wrong, and this thinking has influenced the organization's decision. The systems can contain a lot of key components, that is, it could contain security policy, it could contain monitoring, analysis, assessment policy guidelines. It could be simplified an overview version of how the risk management process is conducted. But essentially, it's a tangible outcome information security management system often presented in a document. Once the information risk management document is done, then the outcome is an ISMS. Risk associated with information, there are three things we are trying to ensure, and all three of them are collectively called CIA triad, which is mean confidentiality, integrity, and availability. With the help of ISMS, risk is determining such a category which will help to understand both stakeholders and users of the academy. For ISMS implementation, we can find that for any education institute in UK, there are guidance, educational ICT infrastructure, which is under Government of UK Education Department. There are several methods to improve infrastructure resilience under UK government education. Ministry of Defence Academy is more likely government entity and they must be comply government rules and regulation. Maintaining world-class service require updating infrastructure and equipment. For students who use the lab, there must be high-quality desktop computers. Some specialized lab should be prepared with the most up-to-date technology so that the student may exhibit and explore future technologies such as a military simulation lab with the most up-to-date military campaigns and equipments. With the Defense Academy, backup storage service, high quality data center is playing a vital part when a cyber attack occurs. Logistic and support service is one of the essential sections associated with risk. Logistic support is the primary element in charge of dealing with critical situations such as data leak or cyber attack. The Ministry of Defence Academy receives resources from the Defence School of Logistics because it is a government institute. For the risk control, the implementation of ISO 27001 will allow improving the level of maturity of the institute in different aspects of ISMS. The correct way to face these risks are eliminate, transfer, assume, or mitigation. There are several ways to make risk control strategy, and we can have a simple strategy that can implement particularly in our condition. Following are some of the way we can control risk, and they are defense, transferal, mitigation, acceptance, and termination. On behalf of any risk related of damage can be charged, but reputational risk is not improbable. Beside reputational damage, no other demolition was not detected. Risk control strategy have both benefit and drawback within our strategy. The model is called Factor Analysis of Information Risk, in short, FAIR model. This FAIR model helps us to understand risk. In that context, the primary objective is to get stabilizing accuracy, and the unit is using accurate probabilities, and these probabilities try to estimate the risk. This is second most used model in risk management. The picture in the is the visual representation of the FAIR analysis methodology. In FAIR model, when it comes to probabilities and likelihood, a lot of what we do is based on the data we utilize to anticipate risk probabilities. If the collected data is insufficient or inaccurate, the forecast will be inaccurate as well. We may break down the risk in the FAIR model into two categories: frequency and size of loss event. As a result, we may say that the risk is function of frequency and magnitude in this model. And in conclusion, the organization has several risk factors, and for that, it is ideal and worldwide accepted standard is ISO 27001. The implementation of 27001 has explained risk monitored, mitigate, and resilience. However, there are limitations of research and work due to impediment of organizational organogram. If the hack had tried to use the Defense Academy as a backdoor to penetrate much more secret parts of MOD's IT system, it doesn't look like a violent attack. The Minister of Defense Academy is classified as an educational institute. As a result, if a massive cyber attack occurs with the purpose of disruption their operation, there might be a wide range of attack occurs with the purpose of consequences. But it was not so vulnerable in this instant. While the outsourced company monitoring and blue team was active on weekend, backup system was standby, and the support team made every attempt to roll out the backup system as soon as possible. Noted that there are detailed risk assessment and risk treatment on annex of the report.